would like to thank my co-host. So, yeah. So, I'm in my room last night, and I found out that I was nominated, a knock at my door. I found out that I was nominated for a Daytime Emmy for Best Talk Show Host. Shall I win? I do have my acceptance speech ready. And it would start with, I would like to thank my co-host from far and wide. Yes. Anyway. Thank you. Not co-host, but you know, the Academy. Anyway, shout out to Jessica Simpson, I like her. She and her husband, they finally had the baby. The baby girl's name is Birdie Mae. They had Birdie Mae yesterday. And Birdie Mae was 10 pounds and 13 ounces. It's their third child. She's been pregnant ever since we've known her, right? She carries large, she loses it slowly and naturally. She's so likable, you know, and that thing about the 10-pound baby, because she's a small woman. She photographs tall, but she's really small. I think that women get that, it's like an old wives' tale, the bigger you are, the bigger the baby. Which is not true, you know, sometimes the bigger you are, the smaller the baby. You know that if you've had kids. Anyway, so they have the 6-year-old daughter, Maxwell, who was holding Birdie Mae's hand there. And then their and then their 5-year-old son, Ace. All good names, I think. Birdie Mae, Maxwell, and Ace. Nice names. Good family. Good for you. Yeah. As if they don't have enough money, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez are working together on a project. I think this is a good idea, actually. This is an advertisement. They just announced a new partnership with Quay Sunglasses. Quay. Look, I don't know what Quay means, but I like that they didn't put their actual names on it. That'll fool you. You think you're buying something different. They've created a line for men and a line for women. The glasses cost around $60. Yeah. They're available in Australia so far and here in the US. So, you know, she's made it a habit of working with most of her exes, and the relationships haven't lasted, but at least it makes it easier to split up that divorce money. You know what I mean? The more money, the more you split. Anyway, I think it's a great idea that she likes to partner with her ex or with her men. She might as well maximize the time while being together. She and Alex, I think, will be together forever, so they're setting everything up now. And I think it's great. The thing about Alex is that Alex can't just be the pitch person for everything, though, you know? Like, I like him on Shark Tank. He could be a regular judge on that, as far as I've told you this. He's very smart. He knows his baseball up and down. I think he should be a major commentator someplace for baseball. Yeah. He already has a company where he does stuff, like he's got real estate and all kind of, you know, stuff. And his company's called A-Rod Corporation. I say that he changes that because corporation is so pedestrian. How about A-Rod Enterprises? Yeah. I don't want to see him selling me men's clothing. I feel like he's better off, like, okay, the starter kits for the kids. Your kid likes baseball, buy the Alex Rodriguez set for gifts. You know, like, stay in your lane, do what you do. And sport and everything related to sports, whether it's excuse me. Whether it's socks, you know, for the sports, Under Armour stuff, you know, stuff like that. I don't know about how you feel about what he's wearing right here. Like, this is not good for me with my man. I'd be like, can you please change? What are you wearing? A little tight, but he's good at stuff like this. Like, I think that guys would buy something like this from him and wear it underneath a flannel shirt. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, they're gonna have the children's clothes out. They'll be good at that too. I like them as a couple. I've said it before. Good for them. Yeah. So, R. Kelly wants a judge. I know. I know. He wants a judge to let him leave the country. I say fine. I think this is terrific. So last month, Robert apparently, well, you know, he surrendered his passport and he pled not guilty to 10 counts of sexual abuse. But now he's begging a judge because right now all he's doing is sitting in his mansion trying to figure out what he's gonna do next. And the judge is, he wants the judge, he's begging him to let him go to Dubai in April to perform 3 to 5 shows that he's already scheduled. Well, no, I think this is a great idea because I don't think that Robert should see one dime of this money. The money needs to go directly to a list of people that he owes. Remember, this is a man that was alleged to be worth $150 million not too long ago, and now he's only worth $100,000. And it might be less than that, considering when you owe people, that means you have no money, so it's less than that. I do think he has the right to make money only because his kids have the right to a bright future. You know, and in the pecking order of who should get the money, the kids should get the money first. Then his creditors, like American Express and whoever he owes. Then the mortgage people, the mortgage people. The last one who should get the money, but she does need money, is his ex-wife, Andrea. She should get the money, but she should get it last only because she's grown and the wife always knows something, Andrea. Just saying. And then I don't think that this will be a lot of money he should also have to pay his monitors, the people who are monitoring him while he travels. And it shouldn't be a bunch of people. Like the judge here in the US, the FBI and ISIS should appoint 3 people that they pick. It shouldn't be ICE.
Yeah, ICE and ISIS. ICE and ISIS are 2 different things.
Well, ISIS is Almighty ISIS.
What'd you say?
I was speaking of the superhero, Almighty ISIS,
right.
ISIS. Since he likes young girls, you know, you might as well have a woman along to go in the bathroom to make sure that everything is fine with the young girls going to the bathroom at the concert. That's all. Anyway, our authorities need to appoint 3 people that they pick to go with him over there to Dubai. And then the Dubanese authorities need to appoint 3 people to watch him over there. And all 6 of them should work together. And R. Kelly should not be allowed to order food at the room service, like nothing. You perform, and then after the performance, you go back to your hotel, and all the checks go to the appointed people, but not him. That's all. Yeah. Do you cook? Do you cook? I cook. I used to cook more. I like to cook, actually, because I like to know exactly the ingredients in the food. Well, Priyanka Chopra is being labeled, or she's labeled herself a terrible cook. She was doing an interview, and she said, no, she's terrible. She never had to cook. She's always been acting, and you know, she's very smart. She graduated from college. She's got master's degrees and stuff. Her parents are, you know, very smart people. She grew up with a working mom. I think her mom's a doctor. Her dad's a doctor, too. So she grew up in a household where, you know, things were moving, and perhaps cooking was not at the forefront of, you know, her mom's day schedule. But she says that she doesn't know how to cook, and she feels terrible because Nick loves food. He particularly loves Italian food. Well, you know, with all that money, I'm sure that they can hire a chef to make them Italian food or whatever kind of food they want. However, it is nice when you do know how to cook something. Like for me, I always say, this doesn't have to be you, but this is for me. Everyone should everyone, particularly a woman, and if you have kids particularly, should know how to cook 5 things that please your crowd. 5 things. You know, like a macaroni and cheese. I know how to make really good collard greens. I make a really good lasagna. You know, yeah. Stuff like that. And growing up, my mom worked, but she always had fresh food on the table, not leftovers, 7 days a week. And it was just a thing. That's what she did. It wasn't even a thought like, do I have to cook or don't I have to cook? Rich people problems. They're cute. So Rinna wants to be the next Jenner, as in Kris. I like this idea. Lisa Rinna sat down with her friend Busy Phillips, and she was talking about Kris. Listen to what she says.
You're a momager.
I am, and I tried not to be. I tried not to be. I tried to get out of it. But here's the thing. If I don't do it, nothing gets done. I oversee everything, and I look at every email. Yeah, you have to. I totally understand Kris Jenner now in a way that I never, like I look up to Kris Jenner, obviously. We named this drink after her, because she has done it better than anyone. If I could, I'd call Kris Jenner every day.
Yeah.
And be like, Kris, what about this? Kris, what about this? I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, kind of.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Her daughter's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Her youngest daughter's a billionaire.
21.
She's got a point. You know? I believe that the Kardashians are a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I don't think that there's going to be another family that reaches the height of them. But if you can fall someplace in the shadow, it's still pretty good. And Lisa Rinna, you know, she's a modern woman in that she's from the Hollywood swill. So she knows, you know, how grimy this business could be. People trying to rip off your daughters, rip off your kids. You know, it's nice to have your mother, you know, if she's capable, your mother to be by your side through the walk. And sometimes if your mother is a girl who wears the hair extensions, who wears the makeup, who does the body and everything, then your mother is right there with you trying on stuff and knowing so that the people who are trying to rip you off don't get a chance to rip you off. Does that make sense to you? And she's already arranged for her daughters to get a reality show. And the reality show, I don't know what it's going to be about. Delilah is 20 and Emil is 17. Now, they're both models. But would they be models if their mother wasn't pushing this? No, no. I mean, cute girls, but isn't every other girl, you know? But what I do believe is that times have changed really rapidly because we've had these shows where famous people, I think Beverly Johnson, the supermodel, had her daughter on one of the shows where you know, the model mom is on with her daughter and they're trying to get their daughters out here in the world. But that was like maybe 3 or 5 years ago. Rapidly, things have changed where people want to see more of a girl's personality. You know, modeling is like a second thought. They want to, you know, see how her YouTube is doing and what she's doing, what the girls think are cool. So I think that Rinna will be good for this, and hopefully she'll have a prominent part. And Harry is probably the best dad for this because Harry is wonderful. He loves Rinna. He loves his girls, and he's not going to get in the way. So good luck to you all. I'd watch. Why not? Sounds fun. Well, here at Wendy, you know, we like to help other people, in case you didn't know. And this time, Sher needs our help. Oh. Well, don't know her, but I feel for her today. Sher tweeted yesterday that her favorite T-shirt is missing. Now, and that's all my T-shirt is gone. And the funny thing is that this is a T-shirt that apparently, this one T-shirt that she's worn over 40 years. Over 40 years. It's black with rhinestones, and it's studded with the skull and the crossbones, and it says, "Eat it rich." And this shirt is so big to her Cher fans that even the fans knew. No, please don't say it was the skull and crossbones. It's the skull and crossbones. I don't know whether it was stolen or whether she lost it, but it's nowhere to be found. Do you have anything that you would have a fit if it was lost or stolen? I don't. I mean, I have one thing. I have a shirt back when I was fluffier and I was in college. I am wearing it right there. It's a shirt. Look, it's like charcoal gray, bluish, and I got it from the big tall shop. It's a size 5X. And what I did to Wendyfy it back then, because even back then I was Wendy, I popped the buttons off and went to MJ Trim here in the city and sewed on these big, like, diamond-y rhinestone buttons on it. That was my twist to, you know, the fat girl in the big shirt. But I would wear that shirt all the time, and now I still have it. It's probably my favorite thing of all my, you know, possessions as far as clothing is concerned, because it means the most. Yeah. I very rarely wear it. I do wear it in the streets every once in a while, and I do wear it around the house. If it was stolen, I would be furious. Yeah, I'd be furious, but I wouldn't think that luck would go away. You know, I'm not like that. Step on a crack, break your mommy's back, and all that kind of, you know. Anyway, Cher, listen, we're gonna help you here at Wendy. If you've seen Cher's t-shirt, look, we've put these all around the 5 boroughs here in the city. If you've seen Cher's t-shirt, you call the Bureau at 1-800 Bureau. Thank you. Don't you call that number. There's this woman who's 104 years old. You might have heard this story, but I wanted to show it to you because she looks really fabulous while it's getting done. Wouldn't you peg her for like 85, 86? She looks really good. 104. So, she lives in the senior assist, and she was arrested by the cops over in the UK. Well, here's what she says. She says on her bucket list of life, her name is Anne. Don't you love that? Anne. Anne has been so good, such a good girl, that she's boring, she says. So she wanted the cops to arrest her, the whole bit. That's her bucket list. They showed up, and her dream has come true. Do you have a bucket list? I don't have a bucket list. It's like New Year's. Clap if you have a bucket list. Oh. Clap if being arrested is on your list. Oh. Why? By a stripper cop? Something like that. If you've been arrested once, then you could already check that off. Anyway, everyone, we got more great show for you today. Up next, we're breaking down the hot on social media list, including best celebrity clapbacks. So grab a snack and come on back.